What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk and the tactics thereof. Look, I appreciate each and every one of you guys' comments, even the dumb ones. At least you took time to leave a comment by the channel on the video. And this particular comment I'm going to read, and I want you guys' take on it. Okay, this is a little Q&A. So, this one is from Adeola Michael Badebo, right? And it is Kurtz. You don't understand Usyk's tactics, and I'm surprised. Usyk said himself after the fight that the fight was much easier than he expected. AJ is feeling disrespected and very angry now, and Usyk saw that clearly in their last encounter where he was dancing around AJ. Usyk is just to take away from some of that anger and play nice to AJ. AJ should feel or should not fall for this. He should continue with the mentality that he's been disrespected by Usyk and get even more angry. No nice words is needed now, not especially from Usyk. So, okay. And that video was from a recent video that I put out where Oleksandr Usyk, of course, came out and said that wasn't an easy fight. Chill. You guys just don't understand. The man can still fight. And I have the scars and bruises and cuts and abrasions to prove it. Okay. And shout out to Adeola once again for the counterpunch, because he does make a point, because we did hear Oleksandr Usyk say, I thought it would be harder. If you guys can remember, it was maybe the day after that. Maybe it was on IFL or Seconds Out, one of the bigger channels. But, they interviewed Oleksandr, and Oleksandr was like, I thought it would be tougher. I thought this fight wasn't as tough as I thought it was. So if anybody looking at that, of any type of fan from anybody, would look at it like, okay, well, he thought Anthony Joshua is pretty much an easier opponent than he thought he was. Anytime you look at that, that's disrespect. Now, if Anthony Joshua felt that way, if he felt that was the reason, then I get it. But he really didn't explain why. He didn't explain why he felt that way. He just said, I know that Oleksandr Usyk doesn't respect me. But he didn't really go into detail, so it's hard to gauge what the hell he was actually talking about. The only thing I chopped it up in understanding that Anthony Joshua had to feel that way. He has to feel that way now. He has to feel like, yo, I was disrespected. I wasn't just misguided by my team, but no, I feel that you disrespected me too, if you know what I mean. Bars. So I think that he needs that, okay, because there's not enough evidence of that. But shout out to Adeola, where he did remember that, because I forgot that myself. And I'm like, yo, you are right. You're absolutely right. Because he did. I thought it would be tougher. And then to add more to that, Oleksandr Usyk they asked him like, hey, do you think Anthony Joshua can improve in the rematch? And he was like, well, or can he fight differently? That's what it was. And he was like, well, I can fight differently too. So, hey, don't give him too much credit. Let's not focus on him. Let's focus on me. Because, it ain't what he can do, is what I can do to counter what he does. Okay? Counterpunch. So, Joshua saying that, hey, he shouldn't fall for the tactics, this, that, and the other. But we do now know by now that Anthony Joshua, things that people say affect him. They do. I mean, I think when he hears things, there's certain things that make him mad, but understand he's human just like the rest of us. Right? He just has a lot more money than a lot of people, but he still has feelings. He still has thoughts. He still has a certain mindset, and he can be angry just like anybody else. But again, yes, Usyk, this could be a mind game of Usyk because, Usyk is aware of other people that play mind games, just like he admitted to Tyson Fury when he was talking to a group of younger kids before, all this madness in the Ukraine. And they were the future boxers, amateur boxers of the Ukraine. And he was explaining like how certain people have strategies. And he was referring to Tyson Fury. And he mentioned Tyson Fury of having a strategy of talking trash to get up under your skin, getting inside your head, living in it rent free, those type of things. Okay. So he knows about it, but does that mean he has it himself? Meaning he's familiar? That means he's capable of using it? Maybe so. Maybe so. But then again, to counter Ideola, Usyk did another interview after the I Could Fight Differently also interview. And he said, well, hey, y'all guys need to give Anthony Joshua a break. He still did a good job. He still did, he put up a good fight. He wasn't bad like people think. He was just blown out of the water, And I think that was more of what coincided with what he recently said, like, yo, it wasn't an easy fight like you guys think. He is a good fighter because the more you hype up a fighter, the more you look better. And that's the counterpunch to, does he have mind games? If anything, Oleksandr Usyk knows how to say certain things that hype himself up. That's a way of mind games already. When you know strategically that people are trying to diss another fighter that you beat, the best thing that you can do is uplift that fighter to show like, no. He is a good fighter. It's just I'm better. So because when you uplift him, you uplift yourself. So I think, if anything, that's a way of mind games. I just don't think Oleksandr Usyk is a guy that really cares for just putting someone's face in the mud and rubbing it. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a fan of that. I think, he's like, well, anybody that I fight, anybody that, that obtained these belts before I got them, had to do something right. You know what I'm saying? So why are we giving him such a hard time? And a lot of people did try that same number when Joshua did get beat on both occasions from himself and Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, I think, move more towards negativity, or take pleasure in someone's downfall that is successful, that is high on the hog, versus people having sympathy for that person that got defeated. Okay. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this Q&A. Again, shout out to Ideola, for this comment. Is Oleksandr Usyk playing mind games with Anthony Joshua? Maybe I should do a poll. What do you think? Let's do it. Okay. Tell me what you think. Please vote. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.